there's definitely like, there are reasons why they picked it, and that's Necro. That's also Bristleback. The ward will be extremely annoying to deal with.
Do you think this is good enough? You think this is where Xtreme turn it around and they get their first victory?
I don't feel like this is like that full comfort zone that we wanted from them that turns. This more feels like the downward slope from them. It feels like RNG are on point. They're controlling the drafts, they're controlling the pace and the direction in which the game should go. But at the same time, PA looks really solid here. Like you get the break with a Fan of Knives, and then you can deal with the Bristle. You have Sinister Gaze as well to turn him around. Like, you didn't really have a lot of ways of dealing with the Bristle that last match. This time around you do. So perhaps that will be the winning combination for them to finally crawl back into the series, because I would actually hate if this series just ended 3 games in.
It's always disappointing when it's a 3-0, especially in the Chinese region where these teams are very close. But I'll be honest, I say it's very close, and RNG have felt a step up. Like, I don't know if coming into this qualifier I would have put RNG at the top from this big of a margin. They look really good right now.
Well,
it's insane.
Everyone had high hopes for them at the Arlington Major as well, but obviously they did not have their carry to work with, so the synergy wasn't truly there. But going back into the qualifier, they just dominate. Let me do my predictions. Please, take it away.
Who are you picking?
I'm not telling you.
The Paparazzi with the first one?
Yeah, I actually went with Paparazzi. How did you know?
Did you go 37 to 44 on the second one?
Yes, I did. How do you know?
Did you go Xtreme Gaming on the third one?
I did.
Did you go Ghost with the fourth one?
Dude, are you reading my mind?
It's your screen.
He knows. Like he knows what I'm gonna pick. He knows what these teams are picking.
Oh, you're already hired. Come on, stop. Please.
This guy, man, he's insane. He's on fire. What do you mean I'm already hired? I'm praising you. I'm not praising myself.
Yeah, you flatter me. You're hired. Aka? Okay, just steps up and bounty, then the rebound. Feels like I'm talking about basketball at times. Goes up, gets the rebound. It's sports. All you basketball fans out there. Yes? Okay. So we'll see how this matchup goes. Like, you said it every game. Some it's Paparazzi, classic player matchup. But what do you think about the matchup between heroes?
Which ones are we talking about?
Pugna against Quap.
Cop. Like, I'm not sure. Like I told you, we'll see. I think it's quite even in the lane. We don't really see this matchup quite a lot. I guess Pugna might suffer a bit from the Shadow Strikes and streams. But same goes for the Quap. Like, as a Pugna, you can blast 24/7, take down the tower early on. I think Pugna solves some other issues. It's not only the Quap on the mid lane. It's not about that matchup. Like, you get a way of dealing with the Necro as well later on. You get a way of sort of dealing with the Bristle, or at least some help you get from the Pugna with that. But top lane is actually where it's at. Like, this is very interesting. This lane is super volatile. A ton of sticks will be used, a ton of baits will be made. Like, look, all of them, they have sticks. On one side, you have PA Lich.
Chalice?
There we go, Chalice, yep.
Sped up via the rebound, and now they focus their attention on Akaka for a second, but he'll pop a salve on the Necro. Back and forth. Keep my eyes peeled here. All bottom just feels like Ghost is pretty much safe.
Fest. Yeah. Bottom lane is such a snooze fest. Most likely that's where the kill will happen because it's such a snooze fest. But the UI dropping low.
Yeah, getting chased here by Kaka, but again, they go after Chalice. They want to go and get this Necro. You just don't quite have the damage, and Lou has to abandon that plan to go and try and secure first blood on the Necrophos.
I just love this lane. This lane is so much fun. They're just hitting each other, like not even the same targets. Everyone is fighting his own battle. I'm not even sure who's stronger here, just because of the strength that Marcy brings into the lane. Like, she's one of the best laners at the moment.
Feels like Marcy, even with the changes to dispose and rebound, does so much. I almost want to say, like, the changes made Marcy better.
Yeah, I agree. I feel the same way. It feels more natural to come in with that stun off of the rebound and then dispose the target back, stun them, like block them up a little bit with body blocks. Lich, rebound does miss.
Dispose, though, over to the side away from the tower. Lou, not a lot of health to work with. UI now trying to hide in the trees. Nobody TPing over just yet.
He's gone.
They've got the pulse. They'll get the kill. They'll take out DY, and Chalice will secure first blood. But just afterwards, in the slower lane, Old 11 gets a kill on the Ghost.
That is not really a kill that I expected to happen,
Chalice
but they
getting
get
a
a
double.
double.
They take out Lou.
There shall be shankers by the acres.
It's a really good necro pick. This lane already feels rough for Lich and the PA.
Something they've done quite often is open up space for Lou. I'm wondering if this will be that kind of game, if he's even going to be able to do so.
So one of the things that he does, like in contrast to some other PA players, when he plays PA, he goes for the most naked Battle Fury, sometimes without boots, even sometimes with just the brown boots, to allow him to jump from one creep wave to another, creep camp to another, right? So, and because of that, even if the lane does go poorly, he will be completely AFK, just farming up, getting that Battle Fury around the 14-minute mark. So the laning stage, yeah, it does hurt him, but they can definitely come back with this rotation from PYW.
We'll see if he does that, though, because right now he's got the Ring of Health, and he does have Treads queued up with the Battle Fury. So, you know, early Ring of Health, obviously going towards that Battle Fury, but if he goes the Treads and then the Battle Fury, he's going to slow it down a little bit. Won't just be those boots. Ooh, Chalice. He's in trouble. Both supports up top, and they just don't have the damage to get this Necro. They focus on the Kaka and still now rebound, and Lou is in too far. He's been disposed of. Oh, just jumping over. Whoa, that was close, but here's Somnus. Not going to matter. Lou will be followed up with and killed off as they bring Somnus into the mix, and they might even get PYW. Roll, good job getting in front of the roll and making sure that they can lock down this Earth Spirit, and Somnus gets a double kill. He's going to come back to mid feeling way stronger.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is the lane wasn't pushed in, so Paparazzi couldn't really do a lot. The top rune is about to respawn, so Somnus might even get that. Let's see who's faster. It is Paparazzi in the end. Okay, he gets the region. But that rotation from Somnus completely on point. I felt like, obviously, it was so dangerous from Lou. He almost died.
Lane, roll, kick, under the tower. Ghost still got the heal from X-Nova, and they just cannot kill him bottom. That's unfortunate. Got that one kill on Ghost. That's the only kill they have so far.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, now that he has a Vanguard, do you think that he's even killable here until the Black Hole? I don't think so. Even if you use everything between Old 11 and Earth Spirits.
It's back top. BY, he's going to die. I'm just on a killing spree, and this tier 1 tower does not look long for this world, so Lou is going to have to find somewhere else to go.
This might be the tower, like you said. Lou, my friend, use that blur and run away. That's all you can do. He's got a TP in 7 seconds, so perhaps he can... The problem is, like, where do you go? Pugna is TPing top.
Paparazzi wants to do something, and he's into the trees. Ooh, that ulti onto the Necro. He'll get the kill there, but the rebound hits on a Paparazzi. Somnus, he's got that ulti to work with. TP out from Kaka, but not going to be in time, so a double kill for Paparazzi.
They could not afford to lose this tower so early on. They needed this move so damn badly. Good job by Paparazzi to actually keep them in the game. I honestly feel if they lost this tier 1 tower, the game would almost be like done. Like your PA would have nowhere to farm. She can't go bottom because Bristol is already way too strong. He just stands his ground. He doesn't care about what you're bringing with your physical damage. Really nicely done by the Lich and the Pugna to rotate in, defend the tower.
Had to, like you said. But the problem now I'm seeing is like, how long does that even save the tower for? Lou's just denying it.
It doesn't save it for way too long, but at least Lou is level 5.5 instead of level 4 moving back.
He threw like 10 right clicks to try and deny it, and Chalice just came in with one. Unfortunate. Spoke up though. Paparazzi going back towards this Necro, and they might just get this. Kaka, he's got a way to jump out, but with Sinister Gaze, it'll lock him down enough for the life drain to finish him off. Paparazzi now on a killing spree. This Pugna is starting to get up there, and he is going to have that Aether Lens, I believe, getting delivered already for Paparazzi. So that's that extra bit. Oh, Reaper's Sight. UI gone. Chalice now running. Paparazzi's here. Life drain again, and has another blast. With Chalice, though, he won't be able to survive much longer with Boulder Smash. And another shot from Paparazzi to do the deed.
There isn't really a lot that Necro can do against Pugna. Old 11 bottom lane.
Yeah,
he might black hole
in a couple. Yeah, he's got the black hole. It's on to 3. Sonus comes over, has the Sonic Wave to push him back. BYW also gets pushed away. They get the kill on old 11. Hey, look over. Oh, they've got the Sinister Gaze. They got him. Ghost ends up dead. Somnus now has the ability to blink away, thanks to Sinister Gaze being on cooldown, but they still have the roll to try and catch up and get a second one on X Nova. And it's the Boulder Smash kill for PYW as Paparazzi constantly being a nuisance with the Decrepify, another blast in the life drain. That's how they killed Ghost so quickly.
Yeah, DY and Paparazzi, they're literally just winning this game. Well, not winning it, but bringing it back into the even territory for their team.
Lou have space and time to do what he can to get to that Battle Fury as quickly as possible. He didn't go boots Battle Fury. He went Shred so far, so Lou's going to need a little bit of extra time to get that Battle Fury online.
Yeah, that's fine too. It helps you out with farming. Like you put those boots on Agi. I guess it moves from 14-minute mark to 16, 17-minute mark, considering how poorly his laning stage went.
With the tower bottom, though, so, you know, things are starting to look the way of Xtreme Gaming just a little bit, especially because of the performance from Paparazzi. He's going Octarine Core first item on this Pugna.
I think it's something that I see quite often, like on the Pugna. Well, I don't see it quite often because I don't see the hero quite often, but that's the build. What else can you go for? Like there's the Blink, there's the Ags, perhaps, but that's it. The Aghanim's Shard is not bad too. Like you,
Nether Ward cast range, 50 is quite a bit.
Yeah, you just plant the Nether Ward and then you can use the Suck on it instead of on the heroes, right? Like you just cast it on the Nether Ward.
Up 3 heroes.
Yeah, they're going for Lu.
For Lu, but there is an Earth Spirit nearby, maybe to react on this. Rebound and the Reaper Scythe. You may want to react, but there's no time to do so. However, Magnetize and Chalice with a TP attempt. Ooh, they stopped the TP on Kaka, I believe, and Chalice going to try and run. Old 11 is here. He doesn't have a black hole, not going to matter, as Paparazzi gets the kill of the Necrophos. Kaka won't even try for the roll.
There are some games where when you're playing Necro and you have a lane such as that one in which you're just completely crushing, dominating, right? No one can touch you after that laning stage because you're too big. And as a Necro, you have this skill set that can sometimes feel impossible to pierce through. But he is playing into a Pugna. This Pugna pick really made a ton of sense. And he's pretty much making Chalice's life hell. 6-0-1 on Paparazzi's Pugna. Stepping it up this time.
Does he maintain his strength though throughout the game?
Pugna? Or Necro?
The Pugna.
Yeah,
given the right opportunity.
He can. There are definitely games in which Pugna feels like a glorified support after a while. But if you have a good start, like you can actually just maintain and keep on that power level really high.
Who just at the same spot as this Queen of Pain of Somnus. That Battle Fury and now just sitting about 1,000 gold away. See how quickly he can get that 1,000 gold. Should be about another minute and a half out. And from there, I think Battle Fury, you can open up space still. I think Paparazzi's having a good enough game, right, to open up even more space for Lou than he has already. And I know Lou died top, and there was that Reaper Scythe, but at the same time, it's like he's still on an okay pace. It's nothing too crazy. He's obviously the least farmed core, but considering the lane, I don't think his progression's bad at all.
No, it isn't. Like maybe even a faster Battle Fury than I said, like prior to 16-minute mark. He doesn't have Orb of Corrosion. I guess that's one of the reasons why, but like you said, he's doing a good job. They didn't even make any stacks for him. This is the first stack that he's farming, and he made it himself. So, Lou, how behind is he? He's, what, 400 gold behind the enemy carries.
Chalice?
In a decent spot.
All will be off the mark. Actually gets in between them both, and an immediate Reaper Scythe. PYW is going to die very quickly. We've seen that storyline before, where he jumps in with this roll and dies immediately after.
He's again in a game in which there are no other initiators. Like, they're giving Chalice all these heroes such as Enigma, right? And, sorry, Old 11. And because of that, PYW usually ends up on a Nerd Spirit that needs to roll in first, that needs to initiate, that needs to give vision. That's a lot of work for one man. And he is extremely talented, but it puts you in places in which you most likely will die.
Not an initiator like we saw Kaka have in game one, right? Where he's allowed to do it from a distance. You have to be in when you're playing the Earth Spirit. And then, like you said, Old 11, he's playing these heroes that don't want to initiate first. We're not seeing, say, a Beastmaster for him, or you know, even an Axe-style hero where you jump forward, or Mars.
Yeah, can I actually take that back? It's not only about Old 11. It's Old 11 in combination with their mid lane. Because what was Paparazzi playing? Like, just name the heroes. It's been Lina, SF, now Pugna.
Yeah.
None of these heroes are really playmakers in a sense that they're jumping in and making stuff happen.
16-minute Battle Fury, not bad considering everything he had to go through. And he should be able to surpass these cores on the side of RNG pretty quickly after, especially with how close he is to the Bristle and the Queen of Pain up to this point. Hasn't fallen too far behind, and we'll see how quickly Luke can kind of get started on that next item and work towards potentially having that opportunity to come and fight with Xtreme Gaming for the rest of his team.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
So far, though, Bristle going for that Ags, of course, and has the early Orchid this time around. Force Staff being built for the Necrophos after the Spirit Vessel. BKB from Marcy first, which we've seen a lot. And, that lets you unleash and just jump in. Magnetize Kaka. He's going to unleash. They'll go to the Reaper site. That'll hit PYW, not get the kill. They'll roll away. So he'll find himself an escape. Paparazzi, though, he's in too far. He'll not survive the onslaught that comes out from RNG. Sinister Gaze isn't going to matter. DY is the next to drop. Somnus on a mega kill streak. And somehow, I mean, Paparazzi was in the middle of all those heroes. And it looks like Old 11 is going to die too. Xtreme they finally find themselves a bit of a lead in this game, and they just kind of going too far.
Yeah, throw it back
Radiant's
towards
top
RNG.
is under attack.
Yeah, they are creating space for Lu, I guess. That's something. He's getting closer to the BKB. If you look at the way the lineups are shaped, as long as the Warlock has Golem, I think even when he doesn't have it, it's very difficult to take a straight-on 4v4 or 4-on-5 fight for Xtreme Gaming. They're much better equipped to make these small little pickoffs, right? Like Earth Spirit gets in, Pugna blows you up. It's much easier to do that because there is no protection for the Pugna. Like when you look at Paparazzi, he has a ton of farm, right? But he's still a Pugna. He doesn't have a Mars or, I don't know, a Beast or Sand King, something that goes in front and just tanks the whole duration, right? He doesn't have that frontliner. Besides the Earth Spirit, which just doesn't cut it really.
You know, Sand King, that's a hero I'd love to see back in the mix.
Yeah, I think I mentioned Sand King just for the sake of mentioning him. That's it.
Yeah, but it makes me wish for more Sand King days. Is that hero still viable at all? Or they're just better offlane?
I think he's dead, as that can be.
Really? What has turned him dead?
When's the last time you saw him?
I don't know, but I still feel like he's a strong hero. There was a point in time where he was being picked up a decent amount. And
Yeah, that was
going with
5
the
years
shard
ago.
No. Top lane, Kaka, magnetized, disposing of PYW, trying to get away. As the magnetize on him for another 2 seconds, and by then he'll fall. This is a kill for Old 11, who's looking for the BKB early on.
Did you enjoy when he disposed him over while trying to roll? That looked nice.
Going for first, he's going into the BKB shard and then Qualifier. So wanting to get that BKB for safety, wanting to get the shard for the bristle, and then going into the nullifier to feel that much stronger.
He's slowly getting there, at least, right? Like they're playing this normal style of extreme gaming in which Lu is having all the free time and the free space. The lane was difficult, but post-laning stage was really free for him. He's like maybe 1,000 gold away from the BKB to complete that. Once that happens, once they get the BKB, they might be able to start getting these fights off. I'm still worried about the same thing. I feel that Pugna in this game is very vulnerable. Like they can get on top of him very easily. There's nothing to protect.
Well, Dota Plus doesn't agree with you.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
High percentage for Xtreme Gaming. They're hitting a BKB timing though, right? Like
Yep.
BKB is out for the Enigma. If Lu gets his pretty quickly, they should kind of line up together.
I'm just worried about the Pugna being susceptible to these jumps.
He's almost got a
Black Hole?
BKB too. BKB Black Hole coming through on it too, but there's the chaotic offering going to be used. They get the kill on the DY. Chain Frost bouncing around, magnetizes in with the Boulder Smash on the Ghost. And he'll look over at PYW and take a second, but Reaper Sight to stop the TP of the Pugna. It's not to get that kill, but it is to make sure that they can secure it afterwards. As Paparazzi, Spirit Vessel on him, trying to use that ult to survive. Maybe somebody would come over, but it's just buying time for the inevitable, which is his death.
Yeah, there's an Axe on Ghost. This was the perfect time to fight anyway. They go straight back into the pit. Enigma did manage to TP out. Like, he didn't die, which is very interesting considering everything was dropped on top of him. But Paparazzi was late to the party, and by the time he came, all of his friends left. They started a fight and they abandoned him. So. Is there a BKB on Lu? Yeah, there is. They want to take this fight.
If they can get in on this one. Lu's going to pop the BKB. Now focuses his attention on the Kaka. He's used a couple seconds of this BKB. Not sure who he wants to go for. Goes back over to Kaka. And the whole BKB, he's really only going to throw like 1 or 2 right clicks. So he was super indecisive, and that's going to cause DY and Old 11 to die, and then giving up the Aegis for a net negative. Like, Blue, he had no idea where he wanted to go after popping that BKB.
Oh, he just wanted to go. He just wanted to prevent them from taking Rosh. If he was a bit luckier, if he went there a little bit later when Rosh was about to fall, then perhaps Bristle doesn't have an option to run away, right? Like, he needs to stand there, he needs to hit Rosh, and then perhaps it's a bit better for Lu. But as Rosh wasn't really that low, Ghost just starts joking him, goes back. Upheaval did a ton of work too. That's level 3 Upheaval from the Warlock, just slowing everything down. So Lu was kind of pretty much strung between two targets, between Kaka and the Bristle and the Rosh pit. What would really have changed? PYW mid? It's getting low, but should survive, right? Yeah, he's fine. So what really would have made the difference in that pit would be a shard on PA, right? Like, the shard would definitely help, but they just fought a little bit too early. PA was sitting on BKB and 600 gold. If he completed that shard and then fought, he'd be able to take down the Bristle.
Unable to do so, but now has the shard flying out, so the Fan of Knives will be available for Lu. The question now has become, have they missed this paparazzi timing? He was what, 6-0, and now he's 6-2. Chain Frost, Ice Spire, all right, they got the break on the Bristle. They should be able to take the first life out of his hands, but can they get anything more? Doesn't look like it, and it looks like they honestly just want to leave, so Fire gets taken away, and the rest of Xtreme Gaming will disperse from this engagement.
Yeah, at this point you don't really have enough damage to kill the Bristle without Lich's ulti, or at least if you had a couple of more allies there, but they didn't. They didn't have the Paparazzi Pugna, they didn't have PYW, so just let him go and fight again. At least you took the Aegis. The problem is, the next time they fight, Bristle should have a BKB.
So I wonder if they can eat out this BKB, kite it around, and then go in. But it's been a tough sell for them.
Maybe
Wimbo get these fights going.
Maybe PYW will listen to you and he'll attempt just that. Perhaps he's the one that can, you know, just roll in mindlessly on top of Bristle and bluff out that he has everyone with him, so that BKB is popped. It's a possible play. Also, you do have BKB piercing Black Hole, but for that to happen, you need to deal with X-Nova first. Hello? Straight onto the... Hello and goodbye.
Maybe beating them forward. Ghost does want to kind of go. They drop the Ice Spire down, but nobody coming. Towards bottom and continue to work on his item build, which was the Nullifier. Still is the Nullifier. 11 trying to get a Blink Dagger, so maybe a little bit annoyed that Lu just comes over and takes the lane.
It's fine, he gets the triangle, right? Like, they share. As long as everyone gets a little bit of farm. Do you like the Nullifier? I guess on PA it's amazing, right? Like, it's one of those heroes that can literally build it. Like, third item after Battle Fury and BKB. It's decent versus Necro because of the Ghost Shroud.
For the double damage, and yeah, I mean, they should be able to get on the Chalice, Ghost Shroud, Nullifier, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know if Chalice is immediately your target. Like you were saying, X-Nova kind of needs to be one of the priorities, and Bristleback, just so they have the opportunity to go in with the Black Hole.
He doesn't have to be your prime target.
It will help kill him at some point. Somnus,
no crits.
Be forced.
He didn't.
He is not getting many crits.
Yeah, he didn't pray to RNGs before the game started. Sorry, to Gaben.
15% chance, and he is just not hitting any numbers.
What's his battle pass number? Let me see. I'll tell you straight away why he's not critting. Yep, battle pass level's not high enough.
trying to actually look at his battle pass numbers. I don't see them.
His battle
I
pass
went to,
level
like-
is 900, by the way, and
Yeah.
that's definitely not high enough. You need at least 1,000.
Not even an Aegis? Come on.
No. You need 1,000. After you get to level 1,000, you unlock 10% more crits on all these. 10% more crit on PA. Level 1,500 is 18% bash chance on Spirit Breaker.
How it always works.
1% for Spirit Breaker basically means 100%, by the way, increase. So it goes to 34% from 70. Which
Who has the Sacred Relic? But you think the Nullifier time is going to be all right for them?
yeah, of course. It's quite fast. The only question is like how impactful will it be? Like your crits, let's say if he had the Sacred Relic when he jumped a quap, that's a
Dire's
kill.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
What ups their
structures are
percentage
falling.
more? A level 1,000 battle pass or that?
Of course, 1,000 battle pass. It's no question about it, no doubt about it.
Dire's bottom
Battle
tower
pass
is
trumps
under
everything.
attack.
Because there's just so many different things that you get. Like the runes that spawn are more
Dire's
favorable
bottom
for you.
tower has
You
fallen.
don't get any shitty illusion runes. It's always double damages and hastes.
They're setting up so close. All the smoke right next to them.
Dire's
PYW
bottom tower is
breaking
under attack.
everything. Oh, the courier was. Oh, they moved the
Radiant are
courier.
scanning.
It almost scouted him. They just didn't touch
Oh,
the
his
courier.
smoke broken.
Man, if they just didn't
I don't know
touch
where
the
he
courier.
is. Ice Fire. Roll. It's out. Ow. Looked like that was going to be potentially
Paparazzi,
close.
BKB?
popped by Paparazzi as the rebound was going to come in and stun him. From behind, though, is PYW.
Hold 11, Black Hole.
Magnetize. They're in. They've got the Black Hole down. It's going to be threw out onto Somnus, but not going to be enough damage to get the kill on the Queen of Pain. They'll drop the Chaotic Offering. They get the kill on the PYW. They lose X-Nova. The Reaper Scythe on Olu, and the follow-up damage to get the kill here out onto the Phantom Assassin. The Chain Frost bouncing around over to the Ice Spire. The Sonic Wave hits on a Paparazzi who just TPs out in time, but they lose old 11. Even with the proper positioning, Xtreme Gaming can't win the fight. They had a Black Hole full duration, I believe, on Somnus, and that still wasn't enough.
Yeah, Somnus just completely baited them. The way he baited us to look at him, he baited everyone else on the side of Xtreme Gaming to focus him. Meanwhile, Lu was separated on the other side of the fight. Like, he wasted his complete BKB. His teammates were nowhere around. Well, the important ones, the Pugna and the Enigma, they were just focusing the BKB to Queen of
Dire's
Pain.
middle tower
And
is
through
under
that
attack.
BKB, you can't really kill her without physical damage, which they don't have.
Tier 2
Dire's
tower
middle
mid's going to go down.
tower has fallen.
Just never really looking good for this Enigma side of Xtreme in this game. Spire. Really BKB from Paparazzi, and then boom, Black Hole comes out. Full duration, just not enough damage on Somnus, and he just blinks away. Chaotic Offering, they kill PYW. And 4 heroes together, Reaper Scythe cuts in to lose health, and the Chain Frost doesn't do anything, and just cannot
Dire are
win
scanning.
these fights. Turned into an 8,000, 9,000 net worth lead.
I still
Pretty
feel
much
like,
insane.
yeah, I still feel like even though that fight was as bad
Stifling
as it
dagger.
started. Yeah, he jumps
Still
in.
fire. Oh!
A crit, finally.
Got one!
Yeah,
1,500.
Middle
for me, it
tower
doesn't
is
feel
under
like
attack.
RNG are in complete control at all.
Roll. Ghost. BKB. You don't think RNG are in complete control yet?
Nope. Like, they are winning some fights, but they're outplaying XG as well. I feel like if Lu gets a chance to actually hit heroes, he can easily take down any single one of these on the side of RNG. Even the Bristleback. I don't think that he's that invincible Bristleback. That usually plagues our games.
Bodies hit the floor.
6K. After I just said it was a 9K lead, it did drop down quite a bit.
It's basically that one necro kill, right? And a bit of farm.
Yeah. Doesn't exactly give him the rush opportunity that they probably wanted as long
Lou.
on time. Lou in and BKB, one
Hello?
crit, but nothing more. Okay, Lou.
That was, yeah. He jumped in to farm. Put himself out of position, forced the BKB on his own. It's a 6-second now, so it doesn't matter. But the cooldowns are important. Because look, Rosh will respawn in 30 seconds. He will not have the BKB by that time.
They dance around
Why is Old 11 building Lincolns?
it.
Is it to just cast it on Lou, I guess, right?
Hey, it's not bad utility, I guess.
Okay.
Stop the Reaper scythe, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Like you take that Lincoln's, you can toss it. I mean, you can keep it on yourself, prevent Orchid, prevent Reaper's Sight. You can also use it on Lou to prevent the Reaper's Sight. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Roche is up, Aegis Shard, and Deso now finished here for Phantom Assassin. Weird progression. Battle Fury, BKB, Nullifier, them back to the Desolate.
Yeah, I just wonder what he's gonna buy next. Will it be an item that tanks him up like a Satanic, or will it be a Basher? I wouldn't mind seeing a Satanic now next on him. But either works, really.
Available for Lou, so going into this Roche fight, everything is there.
Hopefully a smoke first, not just a rush fight. They smoke up. They need to take a proper fight. Like Xtreme Gaming, they lost a couple of games off of going into the pit too early.
To get the right opening.
How far they're circling around. There's an arcane rune as well that can be picked up. Yeah, but this is always dangerous, right?
Give the bottle over to the Phantom Assassin and get it into the bottle and use this potentially. Get more Phantom Knives out there, stifling daggers, the jumps. Ooh, quick Orchid on the PYW, so he's unable to get the roll in. They've got another ward out. PYW is going to roll back and away. They use the Sinister Gaze. Kaka comes in, unleashes, and will try to survive with the Chain Frost bouncing around. They get the kill into DY. Sinus is in really deep with the BKB. PYW getting low, but he's going to go over and roll into the pit. They'll buy back on Kaka. They'll buy back on PYW. They got the kill into the Lich. They'll buy back as well. The Reaper Scythe on an old 11, and he never gets a black hole off. He's got buyback too. There's a gem down on the ground, passed over to the Marcy. The life drain for Paparazzi. They just don't have the damage to get the kill on the Chalice just yet. They're going to buy back on Old 11. Now they'll look over. They'll take out this Necro. No! Chaotic Offering comes in, and they're unable to get the damage out. PYW just died. He'll fall again. 70 seconds without his Earth Spirit. They'll jump in with the rebound, but the Sinister Gaze comes out from DY. You got to remember, he bought back earlier as well. The Ice Spire is down, but it's not doing enough. Life drain on the Lou, who's getting pushed away. Old 11, he still has that black hole. There's going to be a moment eventually where he can throw it. But is it going to be the right moment? Bob pack on these heroes in Xtreme Gaming. They don't have anything that's going to go their way anymore.
They don't, but they can
back away.
Yeah, they do back away, but I think this might be an option for them to go into the pit and actually force a fight. They have Black Hole and there's no Golem on the other side. You have Black Hole and you have BKB on Enigma. Even though it looks pretty bad at the moment, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. They bought back 2 heroes, meanwhile Kaka bought back on the other side. Actually 3 heroes, DY reduces buyback as well.
Yeah. So they're in Roche on RNG. No initiator in POIW. They're just going to have to take a guess. They're just going to have to go, and it doesn't look like it's happening. So Aegis, again, into the hands of RNG. They must have had a dozen at this point throughout the series.
Yep.
I truthfully don't even know if Xtreme have gotten an Aegis this entire series yet.
I don't remember. I don't recall it happening as well.
This is pretty insane.
I expected them maybe to play that a bit riskier and go for the rush pit fight. Maybe something that dissuades you from doing that is the fact that you have a PA. Eventually she will carry this game if you get her late enough, right? So maybe you're banking on that instead of making any crazy moves. And crazy moves have bit them so far.
There's a gaze. Right clicks. This has been the storyline ages for like a minute.
They have Black Hole, but there's no blink on Enigma.
It's on cooldown. 1 second left. He'll have the blink in just a moment.
Fatal Bonds. Yeah.
Yeah, Fatal Bond stopping him from getting in. It gets the Aegis out of the hands of Ghost, though. This happens so many times.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like every single rush so far, I feel like Ghost gets it and then he loses the Aegis. One good thing, like I'm Mr. Silver Lining, I guess, for Xtreme Gaming. I'm like that because it's grand finals and they're 2 games down, right? So I'm biased a bit. I want to see more games. However, at the same time, something good for them is they didn't waste anything taking down that first life of Bristleback. Aegis fell without a black hole or anything like that, so they still have it to fight, but they missed the timing again. Chaotic Offering is back up.
Yeah, this has been the way that they've deterred this Enigma. They really haven't gotten X-Nova out of these fights too quickly. Towards top on the side of Xtreme Gaming. Of RNG, they're over bottom. They won't connect at any point just yet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just separating the map in half, right? Like we farm this side, you farm that one. A bit better for XG as they do have a tower to take down, an objective to kill.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Wonder if RNG is going to try and cross over the top of mid and go all the way out and around.
I feel like if you're RNG, you keep this high ground, you have decent wards,
Dire's bottom tower is
you set it up.
You gotta assume that they're there though, right?
Yeah, they know. Both of these teams are very well aware of it, of the positionings. And the moment PA shows herself, like you can't keep the high ground, the Dire jungle high ground anymore on XG, so they have to move back and then reset the moves, perhaps with the smoke or just moving out after they see someone.
They're trying to use Old 11 and the Ninja Gear to get into the position that they want to go for this. But again, he's getting into a position to potentially just get hit with a Chaotic Offering. They need to handle X-Nova first. Old 11, we've seen it throughout the series when he's been playing the Enigma. His positioning has been all right to, skirt and move around, but it's just never found the right black hole.
Game 2, it was impossible. It wasn't really on him. It literally felt impossible because
like
it had Beast and Bench. Yeah.
Black Hole Impossible Edition. This is more Black Hole Hard Edition.
Yeah, this one, there are ways. Like, at least you can find a Warlock, if nothing else. But you don't really want to use the Black Hole on him. If you don't find it, perhaps Earth Spirit or PA can. So there are definitely ways of getting a decent fight. There's, like you mentioned, there's an Abyssal on Lu. With that Abyssal, whoever you jump can be blown up really in that one go. Smoke
What do you
up.
think's next for the PA, by the way?
Satanic, perhaps. He's actually just full. He's pretty much 6-slotted at this point, right?
Ag's ever worth it here?
It is.
For a Phantom Assassin?
No, of course it is. I think Axe is a pretty decent item on PA. Like you can see a lot of PA players actually build the Aghanims before like a Nullifier or Abyssal. They go BKB, Battle Fury, Axe. Or Battle Fury, Dazo, Axe.
And smoke from RNG. Holding the high ground in the jungle, though, is the Dire side. Lulu's actually out in front. Oh, boy. Jumps to the creep wave. They're going to look to rebound. Goes the wrong direction. Stifling daggers come out across the board. They'll roll over. They'll find themselves the Marcy, but Marcy's going to be able to survive with the Lotus Orb. The Chain Frost is going to bounce around. I believe the Chain Frost might have even been reflected. It was. Kaka got the kill on a DY with that Reaper Scythe, ripping apart Lou in half. He's dead for 100 seconds. Paparazzi with a TP, but the right click from Somnus. 4 heroes dead, no
Is this just
buyback.
game?
It might be.
They can they just go Throne? At this point, they have creeps, right? Yeah, the one creep that didn't go on a ward. Like he's marching towards them. Okay, probably not going to be the Throne. Let's see just how disciplined RNG are.
I don't know.
There's
There's
Black
real
Hole, right?
hard, real quick, and they've got chaotic offering. You never needed to use it.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower.
They look. Yeah, they're going for Throne. That's it.
You're gonna go
Lich with-
through and they'll buy back on the Lich to try and push them away. Maybe think that they've got the buyback. Now they've got it on Paparazzi, but they just don't have it on Lou.
Look at old 11.
Turret has been killed. Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah.
He's mid. He's cutting the creep wave. That makes a decent amount of sense.
Okay, so they
Look
decide
again.
not to go. They decide not to go for the full game. They go for 2 sides.
I always forget that you get the glyph back now
Radiant's
after the
bottom
first tower of each phase.
Yeah, same.
Dire's bottom
So I saw the glyph and I was like, I don't know if they've got this.
They don't have creeps anymore. They might not even. Okay, so they actually end up.
I don't even get the second set.
Yeah, and the bottom lane pushed in. Look at that. A lot of gold for
Ow.
Ghost, but the tower took like almost half of its HP.
The fact in that last fight, Kaka survives on Marcy with a sliver of health again. Gets the Lotus Orb on him from Necro and then reflects back the Chain Frost, doing so much damage.
Yeah, the biggest problem there is a PA using Lu, using all of his BKB just to kill Marcy. I think the Chain Frost, yeah, it's a problem obviously when it gets reflected like that. But the main issue is like your PA didn't manage to get in, get a quick pick off, and then move on to the next target. Instead, by the time PA finished Marcy, the BKB was out, and then they could start spamming her, and it's so easy to kill her off with that Reaper sight afterwards. Lincoln's, which was not purchased by Enigma, cannot be used on her, so you don't really have that option or play.
Roche in 50 seconds. We'll see if Xtreme Gaming can get
Radiant are
their
scanning.
first Roche for the game.
Decent vision from them.
Yeah, they're going to go in with the BKB being used. They'll go after Ghost. Can they get any of these crits? Nothing too crazy just yet. The damage is going to be enough on Ghost. They're going to rebound and look away. Now Xtreme really need to get the hell out of there. Chain Frost bouncing around, but it's not doing enough damage. DY gets the Sinister Gaze off out of the Necrophos, but they've got the damage coming out from Ghost. They get the kill on a DY. They'll take him out for 70 seconds. No buyback. This is looking rough. Old 11, Spirit Vessel on him, and again, no chaotic offering has ever come down. It's only used for the black hole, and it really is only needed for the black hole. Xtreme Gaming, their BKBs are on cooldown, so getting into this to fight and push RNG away from Roche is going to be difficult as it is up now.
Yeah, you can see even that Lu is building towards a refresher. That's what he's trying to build into at least. But will they go? Old 11, he's smoked up. X-Nova is in a really good position
The
though.
Ninja Gear. Definitely dagger again. He's got the upheaval inside. Roll. No, he can't get it again. PYW tried, but the Reaper Scythe comes down and it will kill off the Earth Spirit. Did he pick up anything in that? I
don't think so.
he
No.
did. And
Enigma.
they're going to find Old 11, but he gets into the trees, goes for the TP, and he's out.
The Hex is there to prevent Quap from just running after anyone else, but at this point the game is just creeping completely out of control. They're just unable to find the black hole, and that's truly what it is. Like, it was the same in Game 2. I'm surprised they went with the first phase Enigma in Game 3. I was quite critical about it during the draft, and I was waiting to be proven wrong, but so far I haven't been.
No, not at all. Chain Frost, Sinister Gaze, Ghost taking a lot of damage. Blue maybe even able to jump in there and get a Fan of Knives out, but that's not going to happen. Pressure charge on Queen of
Radiant's
Pain,
top tower is under
the Hex
attack.
as well.
Top lane. Look at the top lane. Look at the creeps. Like, you have to go back actually to defend against that. That was a massive wave.
Enigma is looking for the refresher, but it's crazy that Xnova. Ow, I didn't know
He
it was
has
going to be
it.
this ridiculous.
Yeah.
Only died twice. That was the stat I was looking at. They're going to go double damage on Ghost. They need to run Paparazzi even with the BKB. I don't think he's safe. They're going to go through with this. They've got the Sonic Wave. They should have a refresher
He's
to throw another
baiting
one.
the black hole.
As well as the black hole. They might be able to get this. They finally get a kill on a Kaka, but they'll take out Paparazzi. There's nothing more coming their way. Chalice just working the damage out. Lou's going to drop here. He's got buyback. So does Ult 11, but it's not looking like it's worth anything.
Xnova
All
boss,
they
man.
got is Kaka.
All they got is Kaka because Xnova is such a boss, man. Right there. He gets the refresher orb. He pops the chaotic offering. He did it on purpose just to bait the Enigma black hole. The black hole gets used and then he refreshes. He cancels it immediately with another golem. Old 11 had no clue what was waiting for him. They just end this game pretty much in style.
And they try to defend. Again, it's just Ghost focusing the throne while they focus Lou. Lou's been hexed up, silenced, and on the run from Somnus. Somnus is going to stick with him. The roll comes out. It's going to stop Somnus for a second. They get the kill on Old 11. The call GG and RNG. Maybe not the favorites coming into this, not the favorites to go to TI earlier in the year, but with Ghost behind them, they will go to TI as they have won 3-0 over Xtreme Gaming in absolute dominating fashion. I mean, that was one-sided the entire time. Way cleaner than that first series in the upper bracket final. RNG looked perfect. That was the best Dota they've ever played. And that includes their God King stint.
Okay.
Like, that was nuts.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, the way they handled Xtreme Gaming, I feel like they knew everything. Like you said, it's also about Kaka, right? Like, they knew everything that these boys on the side of Xtreme Gaming are doing even before they think of it. Like, Xnova, right there, it's a perfect example. I feel like every single game is exactly like that. If you are making a play on the side of XG, it's because